forecast. And this weather forecast is brought to you by CustomShirtInc.com. Screen printing in the digital age. CustomShirtInc.com. Phone 888-626-7636. Thursday weather forecast, mostly cloudy with occasional rain showers. At least it'll be mild in the mid-60s this afternoon. Then turning colder tonight with a little bit of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Temperatures by morning, upper 20s and low 30s. Snow, freezing rain, and sleet in the morning, and the temperatures around 28 in the afternoon with snow showers. Saturday, partly sunny in the low 30s. Your life, your music, we're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Hundreds of rescuers continue the search in Southern California for people missing after mudslides which have killed at least 17. Hackers associated with the Russian government have released emails allegedly from members of the International Olympic Committee. Armed robbers have stolen $4.8 million worth of jewellery in a heist at the Paris Ritz, and a plan to eradicate all avoidable plastic waste in the UK by 2042 has been launched.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your foggy day. Thank goodness it's not raining anymore, and hopefully the rain holds off for a while. I hope you're making plans to make today great. You're tuned into Community Conversations, and I'm your host, Quabila Hardin, along with my very special guest, Dr. Michael Bowman from Arkansas State University. You're the director of the Fowler Center.
Yes.
All right, and he's been here before and shared some wonderful information, so now they're gearing up for some more concert series and other fun things going on at the Fowler Center. So we're going to get right into our show today because we have quite a bit to talk about. And also there's some upcoming activities on Monday for the Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration. So before we get into that, there's a concert that's coming. So tell us about that, Doctor.
Right. About a year ago, when we were planning the season, we were trying to talk about how we could, celebrate Martin Luther King Day and Black History Month. And so we were looking around for some programming that, would be appropriate for those events. And we came across the American Spiritual Ensemble.
Okay.
And so the American Spiritual Ensemble is going to perform at the Fowler Center this Tuesday, January 16th at 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
So we hope everybody will come out and enjoy some inspiring music, some wonderful music. It's really going to be a great time for everyone.
And so where is this ensemble from? Or are they a mix of people from all over?
Well, they're literally composed of singers from all over the place. They have performed all over the world. But again, like I said, they're composed from singers from across the United States. I think some from New York, some from Kentucky. A wide range of talents are part of the American Spiritual Ensemble. And again, they have literally performed all over the world. They've been to Germany, Italy, Scotland, Great Britain. Right now they're on a tour across the United States, and we were very fortunate that they were able to find some time to make it in their busy tour schedule to come to Arkansas State and Jonesboro for this concert. Again, it's a very inspiring concert. They sing a lot of great classic songs, spiritual songs, Broadway songs. Again, a wide variety of talents. Have been recognized. Some have performed on Grammy Award-winning records, and so it's going to be a great experience for everyone. I encourage everybody to come out Tuesday night to this concert.
And I want to also mention, I was pulling up, they actually have a website. So if people would like to learn more about them, some of their past performances, go to www.americanspiritualensemble.com. ASTATE.com. And they have a website full of information about who they are, where they're going to be going, and things they've done, things that have been in the news. So please check them out so you can become more familiar with them,
Right.
so that you're ready for a treat when they do come.
Right. And, one of the things that attracted us to them was that they have a mission to keep the classic spirituals alive. The spiritual music, classic spiritual music, has such a long and strong history in this country.
Yes.
And then, there may be some generations that may not be as familiar with it. And so really they've made that their mission, to keep those spirituals alive, and African American music, whether it's spiritual music or Broadway music or other type of performances, to keep that alive. And that's really, again, if you go on their website, you'll see that is their mission, that's what they want to do.
So I read some bypass that I went. It says, celebrating the Negro spiritual. The American Spiritual Ensemble is a critically acclaimed professional group composed of some of the finest singers in the classical music world. The vocalists have thrilled audiences around the world with their dynamic renditions of classical spirituals and Broadway numbers. And I think this is very important with our younger generation. I've seen a lot of conversations on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. There's these 90s kids that have no clue about some things, and they're quick to call anyone over 30 old school because they just don't have a clue of the things that we were exposed to. And I'm way over 30 now, but so I have even more experience with some things that someone in their 20s has no clue that even existed.
Right. And the thing about the music that they're going to perform is that obviously it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be wonderful music to listen to, but there's also kind of a history component. There's also an opportunity to learn, because a lot of these songs that they're going to be performing, especially some of the traditional spiritual songs, have very strong messages within the songs and within the lyrics. So again, everybody should come out and enjoy the music, but again, also be prepared to listen to the lyrics and learn a little bit about the history, about how spiritual music was actually a form of communication.
Yes, and then that's another thing that I wish that our younger generation would do more study on. Back during times of slavery, like you said, they used songs to send messages that the masters, the owners of the plantations, so they would know what they were talking about. But the people, the slaves, would know the message that was being portrayed, and they passed it on and passed it on. So
absolutely. I mean, and again, it's a great history lesson, and it's a great insight into our heritage and our culture when you do listen to those lyrics and you do know the story behind them about how they served as communication tools, like you said.
All right, so again, give us a date and time again of this concert.
It's going to be this Tuesday, January 16th at 7:30 p.m. And, if you'd like more information, you can obviously go to our website, which is www.yourfowlercenter.com.
Your Fowler Center.
And you can go on there and you can find out more information about the concert. But you can also order tickets there. There's a place that you can order tickets, or if you're out and about, hopefully before the snow and the ice gets here, I hope it kind of moves on past us, but you never know. You can go by First National Bank Arena, formerly the Convocation Center.
Okay.
And the box office there, you can also purchase your tickets there as well.
Okay. So we need everyone to go purchase tickets, go out and support this wonderful show. This is something that benefits the whole community. You get to learn some history. You get to hear some wonderful music by some wonderful singers. And you also get entertained while you're learning.
Well, you can. And they sent me, I hope I'm not giving anything away, they sent me a list of some of the songs that they're going to be performing.
Don't give us all of it because we want people to come out.
Sure. But, some of the traditional songs that they're going to be performing is Lord, How Come Me Here? That's a traditional spiritual song. No More Auction Block and Go Down Moses.
Oh, wow.
They're going to be performing, again, traditional spirituals like that, but they're also going to be, we were talking about some of the younger generation. They're also going to be performing a song called Circle of Life. And if you've ever been to see the movie The Lion King, you're familiar with that. So,
okay.
Again, there's going to be something, I think no matter what generation that you're from, no matter what background you're from, I think there's going to be something for everybody at this concert that they will enjoy and that will touch them on some level.
Okay. So definitely going to be soul stirring, to say the least.
Absolutely.
Okay. So have you had opportunity, besides video, have you had the opportunity to hear them live?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. But again, you can go on YouTube and they have... there are several videos on YouTube of them performing, mostly at churches. From what I understand, though, they have a PBS special that aired on, I think it was Kentucky Public Television, in which, again, it was kind of the history of slavery, but PBS used the American Spiritual Ensemble and their music to kind of tie into the story about slavery in this country.
It's right here. Let's see. Okay, it says On a Spiritual Road. What does that say? Okay, the American Ensemble are the stars of the soon-to-be-released PBS documentary recounting the history of the art form. This program follows the ensemble as they enchant audiences during their tour of the Deep South and further expand their mission of performing the Negro spiritual during their 10th tour of Spain. Wow. Mm-hmm. And this is again on their website, www.americanspiritualensemble.com, and there's a link where you can click a slideshow of the documentary. I don't see an actual release date yet of the.
Yeah, I think I want to say it's appeared. I know it's been on Kentucky Public Television, and I don't know if it's been on national PBS or not.
Okay.
But again, you can go to their website, and I think there's some videos on there that you can watch. Yes. If not, just type in American Spiritual Ensemble in Google or YouTube rather, and it'll come up with some wonderful performances. That picture that's on their website right now that we're looking at is the conductor, Dr. Everett McCorvey. He's the gentleman that organized the American Spiritual Ensemble back in, I think it was 1995. And he has been the inspiration for this group, bringing in, again, performers literally from all over the United States. There's... and I can't sing, but he's brought in tenors and sopranos and basses and baritones, literally from all over the place. Wow. And it's truly an inspiring experience.
All right. So make plans to go out next Tuesday, January 16th at 7:30 p.m. to the Fowler Center. You might want to get your tickets now before the weather hits. This is Arkansas. We never know what's going to happen. So.
Right. I mean, I thought, right now I've got on a short sleeve shirt, but I'm sure from what I hear by the radio or television, I'm going to be digging out my coats again before the day's over with. So
I know.
We do encourage everybody to come out, but in case you can't make it out, there's the convenience of ordering tickets online as well.
All right.
So we try to give everybody a lot of options. We know everybody has a busy schedule, and we'll try to make it as easy for people as possible.
All right, so you have no excuse not to get your tickets for this event. All right, so let's talk about some more events. Before we get too deep into some other events coming to the Fowler Center, as we know, Monday is the national celebration for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and there's going to be quite a few events happening. Well, some events happening around town. I know that, I want to say on Sunday, there is going to be a youth performance at Fullness of Joy Ministries, and I'll make sure to pull that information up before the show is over. But the bigger celebration, where everyone is going to be participating, can get involved, is on Monday. So tell us more about that event.
Well, each year, Arkansas State has been like the starting point for the Martin Luther King celebration parade. And so this year it's going to start off at 10 o'clock at University Hall. And if you're familiar with the ASU campus, University Hall is, I guess, adjacent to the Student Union.
Okay.
It's sort of between, I guess, the administration building and Johnson Avenue. And so at 10 o'clock, the parade will start there. And then they will, I think go down to Johnson Avenue. The parade will take place from Johnson Avenue east to University Loop East to University Loop East, and then ultimately end up at the Fowler Center, where we've got another event scheduled for that Monday afternoon.
I'm just trying to visualize the path in my head, which I haven't been on campus, so they're going to come up from University down Johnson.
Yeah, I think they're gonna start. The parade will start at University Hall, and then go down to Johnson, and then around University Loop, and then ultimately end up at the Fowler Center.
Okay, my mind is thinking. Okay, I haven't been on, like I said, I haven't been on campus, like navigated around campus out of my mind.
Well, the campus has changed so much. I have friends who come for visits, like for homecoming and just friends who haven't been to Jonesboro and ASU for a long time, and they go, "Wow, things have changed."
Yes.
So,
Yes, they have.
but again, it'll start at University Hall. Again, that's kind of between Johnson and the administration building, adjacent to the Student Union. So everyone can convene there. And then a good friend of mine, Dr. Ray Scales, Reverend Ray Scales.
That's my pastor.
All right. He is the chair, the committee chair. And, one of the things that I'm just reading this quote here is, it says, "Our goal is to keep our community as one, and we welcome everyone who can come and participate." And so everybody, encourage everybody to come out. Hopefully we'll have good weather.
Yes. And it seems like every year I've been helping out along the way for the past, since the very first one, because it started at my church. Mm-hmm. It has been cold every single year.
I want to say last year it was bitter cold. It was either last year or the year before last.
The year before.
Was it year before?
Yes.
It was bone chilling cold. But they're going to be serving hot chocolate. I think they're going to be serving hot coffee. So hopefully it won't be too cold. But if it is, just grab a cup of hot chocolate and coffee, and maybe that'll warm you up a little bit. Okay,
so I want to give some details about the youth celebration, because that's going to be the kickoff event. It says, "The Color of Love, the King and His Dream, MLK Youth Celebration, Sunday, January 14th at 3 p.m. at Fullness of Joy Ministries, which is 2120 Thorn Street here in Jonesboro. Bishop Adrian Rogers is the pastor. They are having a choir practice tonight, so if you would like to join, this is open for children ages 3 to 18. They're having a choir practice tonight at New Mount Zion, which is located at 403 West Allen Street here in Jonesboro, and it starts at 6:30 p.m. I'll make sure to post this information on the KLEK Facebook and Instagram page. So if you know a child who would like to be in the youth choir, please take them out tonight, 6:30, to New Mount Zion for choir practice. They've already had 2 practices, but I'm sure they're welcome, more. And again, the ages are 3 to 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I did want to mention here, I was reading this press release here. The parade does start at 9:30. However, everyone is going to be gathering in the north parking facility.
Okay.
And Centennial Hall, which is inside the Student Union, at 9 o'clock. So that's where the hot coffee and, and the hot chocolate is going to be served. But at 9 o'clock, if everybody would like to come to Centennial Hall, to gather and visit and talk, and then everyone will eventually move outside to in front of University Hall, where the parade will begin about 9:30. So everybody can start coming out around 9 o'clock.
Okay, and let's talk about some of the things. We have like a minute and a half left in this segment, so I don't want to get too deep into the more details. I want to at least give, some of the speakers and other things that will be going on. We can get into that when we come back from our break, and then talk about some other events going on. But we do want to encourage everyone to go out and participate. This is not just for one group of the city. It's for everyone to participate. Dr. Martin Luther King played a key role in the civil rights movement, along with many others. His dream was just unity overall, for all of us to come together, work together, be as one, to help lift each other up and be productive together. So I would love to see that dream continue to grow and thrive. So anyway, that's my spiel. I'm gonna not get on my soapbox today. All right. So again, the flyer says the color of love parade kicks off about 10. And we really pray the weather is good. Like, oh my God, please God, let the weather be good.
I hope it's dry and warm.
And then again, like Dr. Bowman said, there will be a meet and greet. This flyer says 9:30, so will it be 9 or 9:30?
Well, the press release I have here says parade participants are asked to gather at 9 a.m. in Centennial Hall.
Okay, and then 9:30.
And then at 9:30, the parade will line up.
They'll line up for the parade. Okay, so 9 o'clock, go get you some hot cocoa or coffee or whatever they have. And then 9:30, get ready to line up and get ready for the march and the celebration. All right, so you're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after these messages.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
What do you want to be when you grow up? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. That's the question children hear all the time, and we enjoy hearing their answers. A doctor, a teacher, a fireman, a ballerina. But what if the question was not about what they wanted to do for a living, but who they wanted to be as a person? Less about career and more about character. Imagine your child answering, I want to be a person of integrity, of wisdom, of courage and conviction. I want to be patient, compassionate, generous, honest. Talk to your child about the kind of person they can become. It's okay to want your kids to have a good career, but it's more important that they have good character. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
For almost 3 years, KLEK 102.5 FM has brought you the music you love on your radio, on your computer, and on your phone. Now, we want to bring the music to your party, wedding, or any event. KLEK now offers DJ services for all occasions with over 22 years of DJ and broadcast experience. We can also announce your event on KLEK. Need a photographer for that special occasion? We got that covered too. Package deals available. Book us for DJ, photography, or for both for your event today. Call 870-203-9951 or look us up on social media at KLEK FM.
karaoke, and photo booths with a custom design of your event are also available.
Meineke of Jonesboro is now Starks Auto Service, a full-service auto repair and vehicle maintenance center, offering engine and transmission repair, brake service, tires, oil changes, and more, performed by ASE certified mechanics. The all-new Starks Auto Service, 2813 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, 870-204-7112. Starks Auto Service, Jonesboro.com.
House of Details, located at 3217 Herb Street, Suite C, is a proud supporter of KLEK, offering detailing on any type of vehicle. Waxing, clear coat protection, basic wash, hand wash, shampoo, interior cleaning, buffering, headlight restoration, pickup, delivery, and more. With a motto of, anything mean, we can clean. Details available via Quentin Bogard at 870-273-5187. House of Details on Facebook and houseofdetailsjonesboro.com.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by
Fullness of Joy Ministries, 2120 Thorn Street, Jonesboro, under the direction of Bishop Adrian Rogers and co-pastor Susan Rogers. www.fjministries.org.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Quabila Hardin. My very special guest today is Dr. Michael Bowman from Arkansas State University, the director of the Fowler Center. In the first part of the show, we talked about the American Spiritual Ensemble that is coming on Tuesday, January 16th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available now. You can order them online if you go to www.yourfowlercenter. Is it .com or .org? .com. You can order your tickets online or go to the box office at the, it's going to take me a minute to I keep wanting to say Convocation Center. It's not the Convocation Center anymore. It is Centennial.
First National Bank Arena.
I'm going to write that down on a sticky note.
First National Bank Arena.
First National Bank Arena. So you have those two options to get your tickets to this event on Tuesday. But before Tuesday, we have the Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration. Sunday is kicking off at Fullness of Joy Ministries at 3 p.m. for the youth celebration. And on Monday is the official day, National Day of Awareness. So there will be a march, a parade on the campus of Arkansas State University. Starting at 9 a.m., you can meet up in the Centennial Room in the Student Union for hot coffee, cocoa, or whatever other goodies they may have, just a meet and greet. And then by 9:30, they will start lining up in front of University Hall, which is, if you go down Johnson, basically directly in front of McDonald's, that street that's by McDonald's, there's Case Hall, then there's University right next to that. Right. Most people may know it as the one where all the sororities stay, the sorority dorm. So they will start lining up there. And then where will the parade go from there, Dr. Bowman?
It'll circle around through the university and then ultimately end up at the Fowler Center, where we're going to have an event that I think takes place at noon. There's going to be several guest speakers at that event at the Fowler Center. Everybody's welcome. I think we're going to have Reverend Kirby Newsom, the pastor at St. Paul AME Church, and the president of the Craighead County NAACP chapter.
Okay.
There's also going to be the Chancellor, ASTATE Chancellor, Dr. Kelly Dampus is going to be there to make a few remarks. And then there's going to be some ASTATE student organizations as well. There's going to be several other speakers, including State Senator John Cooper, Reverend Dr. Charles Coleman, Reverend Kenneth Thomas, Dr. Yvette Allen, and students from the MLK College Prep High School and the MLK Singers. So it's going to be a great event at the Fowler Center. And again, everybody is welcome. If it is cold and wet outside, it's going to be nice and warm and dry in the Fowler Center. So, everybody needs to come out Monday.
This is a really big celebration, and just want to thank, all of the city officials that get behind this and have made it a citywide day of remembrance. So if you're off work, please come out to this event. You don't want to miss it. Every year just gets bigger and better. They've had bands, they've had dancers, leading the parades at times, and these kids come out from these different high schools dressed in their full uniform, and no matter how cold it is, the I don't want to call them majorettes. I don't know what the term is anymore. But the dancers, they still come out in their uniforms and their little stockings, and it's cold as all I don't know what, but they still do their thing. So, and if you would like to, hold a banner and walk in the parade, reach out. You can go to Facebook and go to Craighead County MLK Junior Parade and message someone, and they will get back with you on how to get in the lineup. I know that KLEK, the station manager, he will be driving the van along with the other radio stations in the lineup. So even if you don't do anything but stand somewhere and just watch the parade, do that at least if you don't want to walk.
Right. I want to give a shout out to Reverend Ray Scales. I've known Ray for forever. He and I used to work together at KIT a long time ago. In fact, he was kind of my mentor. He taught me a lot of things.
Okay.
And so I know he's put in a lot of hard work in putting this event together. I think he's the committee chair.
Yes.
And so I think we all appreciate all the work that he's done, and he's a truly nice man. I have a strong place in my heart for Reverend Scales.
I'm sure he's not. I don't know if he's listening. He may be still asleep by now since he's retired. He just moves around a little slower some days, but I'll make sure to definitely let him know.
Well, I appreciate that. He's a terrific man.
I've been a member of the church for over 20 years now, so I've been blessed to see this parade and many other events just come full circle. It's really wonderful to see it reach this point, and then see all the participation from the city and other cities, surrounding cities. We just want to say thank you to everybody. Just me on behalf of the MLK parade committee and others, just thank you.
Right. And again, everybody's welcome.
That's right. So don't forget to mark your calendars and come on out. Just bundle up and bundle the kids up. All right. So are there more events coming up in the month of January, even though January is going to be over in a couple of weeks?
Well, I know. I can't believe that somebody was telling me the other day that Christmas was just 3 weeks ago. I can't believe it. Here we are, almost to the middle of January. There's always a lot of things going on at the Fowler Center. I know in February we've got 2 shows that are coming up. Riders in the Sky, which is February 8th, and then we've got another program called Barrage: The Next Generation, which is going to be on February 24th. Again, we try to have as much programming as we can to appeal to all audiences in this area. Riders in the Sky is kind of a western, country western type thing, but they also incorporate a lot of humor in it. If you've ever seen the movie Toy Story, you've probably heard the song Jesse's Round or Woody's Roundup. That's Riders in the Sky.
Oh.
So
I'm going to have to go back and listen to that.
Well, if you're like me, you've got it memorized, because when my kids were young, we must have watched Toy Story 2 a million times, and that song is permanently embedded in my mind. And so we've got that coming up. And then again on February 24th, we've got Barrage: The Next Generation, which is a very high energy program that includes a lot of music. Again, it's kind of a multi-generational type program where there's been a lot of Barrage performances throughout the years, and so they're mixing in some of the older performers with a new generation of musicians that will be performing at this concert on the 24th. And so February is going to be pretty busy for us with those 2 concerts and other events that are taking place.
I was trying to pull up the full list here of information. My screen doesn't act right.
Well, again, the Fowler Center, in addition to the concerts we have, is I think the Craighead County Spelling Bee. We always host the Craighead County Spelling Bee, and I think that's going to be, if I remember correctly, I think February 2nd. It's going to be early part of February, and that's always an exciting event. We've had some outstanding spellers that I always sit and watch and listen to see if I can spell some of the words that the judges give out, and I usually am out like in the first round. These kids that are at the spelling bee are just amazing.
And this is my first time hearing about a Craighead County spelling bee. So how long has this been going on? Oh gosh,
I can't remember how long it's been going on, but it's I know we've had it out there the last few years. And one of the great things about it is that obviously we've got room inside the Fowler Center that everybody can come and watch. A lot of parents come and watch, and a lot of their classmates come and watch. But our Department of Media at Arkansas State University has also broadcast it online. So if some of those parents who aren't available, or grandparents who aren't available to come out to the Fowler Center, they can go online and watch the spelling bee and see how their school and how their kids are doing. I know sometimes a lot of people will call up the spelling bee while they're at work.
So it's live streamed.
Yeah, it's live streamed.
Okay.
And so I want to thank the Department of Media at Arkansas State University for providing that service, because it really is, usually happens in the morning, and sometimes the competition gets pretty intense, and will last sometimes till like 1 or in the afternoon or later, when the competition really gets intense down between just a couple of spellers. And so again, it's an opportunity for people who can't make it to go online and watch it live stream. That's a great opportunity for everybody. And it's a great opportunity for our students to be able to produce that type of programming, for the community to watch.
I must say, just the videos that I've seen just last year alone, not the spelling bee one, but other videos students have put together, they are really on their way to being some great videographers and photographers. So
we are very blessed to have a very talented group of students at Arkansas State and the Department of Media. And as you know, being in the media business yourself, it's more than just radio, and it's more than just videos. It's social media. It's like right now, you're doing about 3 or 4 things at the same time, and that takes a lot of talent and a lot of skill. And so we work very hard in preparing our students for careers in media, where they can incorporate different forms of media like audio, video, radio, television, films, social media, because that's where we are right now, as you well know.
Yes, sir. Like, we have the live stream going for Facebook, and then after this is over, we'll upload it to YouTube, so that those who don't do Facebook still have an opportunity to watch the video. Then I'm looking at a website here, and then watching the time go and the lineup of the programming. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
It's amazing.
There are people who, want to come in. I want to do a show. Well, it's a lot more that goes into putting this all together.
Right. Yeah. That's what I tell my students is, you want to do a 30-minute newscast. Well, it's more than just 30 minutes. There's a lot of prep that goes into it. You want to do some social media. There's a lot more involved than just, punching a few buttons and clicking a few links and things like that. There's a lot of prep, a lot of work that goes into that, as you well know. And again, that's what we try to do at the Department of Media at Arkansas State, is prepare our students for those careers and opportunities out there. Communication, it's changed a lot since I was a student at Arkansas State. There's so many more channels of communication out there, and so we try to expose our students to as many of those opportunities as possible, and they do a great job.
That's wonderful. Now, the students, are there any classes that are held in the Fowler? I know this is a random question. Are there any classes held in the Fowler Center?
Well, there are classes. The theater department is
Okay.
also housed in the Fowler Center, and so there's a lot of theater classes. But we provide, as far as the Department of Media goes, we have a lot of our students come out there and record some of the programs. So, as I mentioned, the spelling bee, a lot of students come out there and are involved in running camera and running audio and switching the scenes.
Wow.
We've got other type of performances where the music department will be performing concerts, and so our students will come out there, record those, take it back to the studio and edit it and add graphics and do post-production. And so, and then one of the things that I've done, in addition to being the interim director of the Fowler Center, I also teach media classes as well, and I focus a lot on film. And so we've worked with our theater department. Tim Bowman is in charge of the theater department. I've worked with some of his instructors, bringing my film students over to the Fowler Center and the theater department, where they work with the film students, teaching them how to work with actors. And maybe some actors are not professional actors; they're just ordinary people.
Okay.
And so our students need to know how to work with actors to get the type of performance that they want out of them. So it's been a great partnership between the Department of Media and the theater department in terms of working together to bring those classes together and share those different viewpoints and different expertises.
And one thing I want to point out, and anyone that comes from Arkansas State, I always try to point out that Arkansas State University is not a separate entity. It belongs to the city, in essence. You all host events that are beneficial for the community. Everyone is welcome to all the events that go on at the Fowler Center. There may be, yes, some student-only things, but that would be let known. The public will be let known in enough time.
Yeah. So. Again, Arkansas State University as a whole tries to be a good community member, and we try. We have so many partnerships. There's so many institutions throughout the community, not just in Jonesboro, but throughout Northeast Arkansas and Southeast Missouri, where we're part of a bigger community, and so we welcome those opportunities to be able to work with different organizations and different parts of the community, because again, we are part of the community, and we have a vested interest in making this a better place to live, and bringing events like the American Spiritual Ensemble and Riders in the Sky and Barrage Next Generation and other educational things like that enhance the community, that people can learn from, can be entertained for a couple of hours. We want to be part of the community, and we welcome those opportunities to do what we can to make Jonesboro, Northeast Arkansas, Southeast Missouri, West Tennessee a better place.
All right. So again, if you would like to learn more about what goes on at the Fowler Center, go to www.yourfowlercenter.com, and there are multiple links. Tells you about the events, tickets, and there's also different halls or theaters within. Like the Fowler Center is the big building, but within that you have the Riceland Hall, Drama Theater, the Simpson Theater, the Grand Hall, and Rotunda. Mm-hmm. So there's different places for different things to be going on at one time, probably.
Exactly, and we have, like you mentioned, the different performance areas. Riceland Hall, which holds 970 seats. The Drama Theater, about 350, and the Simpson Theater, which is a little bit smaller. But in addition to the performances, we also have banquets. We also have receptions, and other community events like that. So if you're interested, or maybe wanting to find out if space is available for some event you're having, feel free to give us a call sometime at 972-3471. We have events, like I said, all throughout the year, not only just for Arkansas State University, but community events as well.
Okay. And this is I know I'm sorry for being so random.
No.
But there's another thing that's going on Monday that ties into the MLK Day celebration. This is a pop-up warming station. So for those of you who may not either want to or are able to go to the parade and the activities, if you want to volunteer your time or just go and visit with other citizens of the community, there's a pop-up warming station at Parker Park Community Center. It will be on Monday, January 15th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is put on. If you would like more information, contact Chelsea Chapman and Dante Barker. They are interns with the City of Jonesboro that also work with the North Jonesboro Neighborhood Initiative. So you can contact the mayor's office or City Hall, rather, and ask for Chelsea or Dante, and they'll be more than happy to give you more information. They are seeking volunteers, so please consider, if you don't go to the parade, go to the pop-up warming center. There's something to do all day, and they started this event as their day of service event, because also MLK Day is one of those. It's another opportunity for people to do a day of service. So once you go to the parade and other events surrounding that, consider serving your community in some shape, form, or fashion. And this is one way you can give back your time. Go to the warming center. We know that we've had a lot of cold weather here, right. And I'm not going to get into a deeper discussion, but I would like to see our city be more proactive. Don't wait until the weather happens. Let's get ahead of it. But anyway, that's another discussion for another day.
Well, there's just so many things you can do, and I know people sometimes ask, what can I do?
Yes.
It could be as simple as going to a nursing home and visiting someone for a few minutes. Okay. Something very simple like that, just carrying on a conversation. Helping someone who may be disabled. There's all kinds of things that you can do.
Right. And with that, we'll be right back after these messages.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. You say you're ready to quit your day job and start your own business. To be financially prepared to make that move, you'll need to cut your living expenses, then cut them again, then once more for good measure. The transition from a steady paycheck to the fluctuating cash flow of entrepreneurship is all but impossible to make if you can't control spending and keep your debt under control. When people tell me they can't find the money to fund their business, I tell them exactly where it is: in their closets, in their garage, in their credit card balances. The money to fund your business has to come from somewhere, so you will likely have to stop adding to your collection of designer shoes or seriously cut back on dining out and other nice-to-haves but not need-to-haves. Foregoing instant gratification in favor of long-term gains is not only a cardinal rule of successful entrepreneurship, but of all wealth-building endeavors. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life, such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Victoria Evans. I have always had a desire to help others in need and to be an example and role model to young women by encouraging them to never give up on their dreams. My dream was to become a police officer and to serve my community. In 2016, that dream became a reality, and it is the most rewarding experience of my life. Now I want to let you know about the same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing every month for patrol officers. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com or at the Police Department, 1001 South Caraway Work. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information is available at 870-935-5657.
Did you know that KLEK 102.5 FM is a non-profit organization? Did you know that you can donate to KLEK 102.5 FM and your donation is tax deductible? Donations to non-profit organizations such as KLEK can reduce the amount of taxes you may owe the IRS or increase the amount of any potential tax refund. Support your KLEK today. You can donate by calling 870-277-1080, visiting our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro, or on our website www.klekfm.org. We at KLEK 102.5 FM are blessed and grateful for your support.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Quabila Hardin, along with my guest, Dr. Michael Bowman from Arkansas State University, from the Fowler. He's the director of the Fowler Center, and I can't thank him enough for coming and sharing the information with us today about the American Spiritual Ensemble and the events that are going down on Monday for Martin Luther King Jr. celebration, for the Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration. Let's go back over some dates and times, just so that whoever may have missed the beginning of the show, they can write this information down.
Sure. Again, I want to thank you so much for this opportunity, for having me on here and telling about this program. Again, it's the American Spiritual Ensemble, which is going to be Tuesday night.
Okay.
This is coming up Tuesday at January 16th at 7:30 at the Fowler Center. And again, it's going to be a very inspiring show. It's classical musicians and singers from all over the United States are going to be performing, doing their renditions of the classic spiritual songs. And there's going to be some other music as well, as we talked about earlier. There's going to be the Circle of Life from the Disney movie The Lion King. So there's really something for everybody. But again, it's going to be, I think it's very appropriate with the Martin Luther King celebration, and we've got Black History Month coming up, that this program is going to be, it's going to be very entertaining, but I think also it's going to be very educational as well.
Yes, sir. Again, you can go to their website, which is www.americanspiritualensemble.com, and there's a bunch of different links, and it's neat that on their page they have a link that says ticket/info, and when you click on it, it goes to the Fowler Center page, and it gives more of a description of who they are, some other things they have done, and there's a link to buy your tickets online, so you have no excuse. And also there's a link to add it to your Google calendar. So while you're online, click add to your calendar so you get the notification.
Well, as we talked about before the show, we can't live without our Google calendars and stuff like that. I'd be lost without mine. And so, that's just another tool as those reminders that, we've got these shows coming up. Again, like you mentioned, you can order the tickets online, or if you're out and about, you can stop by First National Bank Arena, formerly known as the Convocation Center, and go to the box office and purchase your tickets there as well.
It is a big group. I can imagine the discipline it takes to protect your voices for one,
Mm-hmm.
and then come together and perform at the quality they perform at.
Well, and as I mentioned, we were very fortunate that they were able to fit us into their schedule, because they are constantly on the road, and so I can imagine giving the level of performance that they're going to be giving to our audience on Tuesday night, giving that level of performance every night.
Wow.
That's just amazing to me.
Because their lineup is, wow. I mean, they have dates 15, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22. Like, they're literally like back and forth Illinois to Kentucky, like Arkansas,
Right.
Illinois, Kentucky, in a matter of a week. So
Right, yeah. I mean, it's not just like they're coming here and then, going somewhere next door. I mean, they're literally going all across the country. And, again, we are just so fortunate that they're going to be here. It's going to be a great, inspiring show for everyone. I think everyone who attends will leave refreshed and renewed with the music that they're going to be performing. And so, again, I encourage everybody to get your tickets and come on out.
And then again, while you're on their website, click on some of the other links that there's some news stories, some other things they have been involved in. We talked about earlier, they're going to be highlighted in a upcoming PBS documentary. So they are making some moves.
Well, and again, like you mentioned earlier, go to their website, AmericanSpiritualEnsemble.com, I believe, and you can see their mission, which is to keep the classic spirituals alive. You can look at some photos and videos on there, learn a little bit more about who they are and the history of them. And so, again, we just feel blessed to have them perform at the Fowler Center on Tuesday.
And then there is also a list of each member and the things they, like a bio of each member. Like, their bios are like long.
Right.
They've done a lot individually.
And again, they are, some of them are Grammy Award winning musicians. They perform literally all over the world. Not just the United States, but even Italy, Great Britain, Spain. So they have a very powerful message that they are taking worldwide about classic spiritual music, and again, it's just going to be a great night for everyone.
Alrighty, but before that, there's Monday and then there's Sunday. Sunday, 3 o'clock p.m., Fullness of Joy Ministries Youth Celebration for the MLK Day. 3 o'clock p.m., ages 3 to 18 will be performing, doing all kinds of activities. I don't even know all the activities, but I do know there is a choir practice tonight at New Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church at 403 West Allen here in Jonesboro. 6:30 p.m. tonight, youth choir practice, 3 to 18. Monday, 9 a.m., meet and greet, Centennial Hall, Student Union. Roughly 9:30, lining up for the parade. All right, so we have like a minute left. Any final words, Dr. Bowman?
Well, and then the parade will eventually wind around and meet at the Fowler Center, where we're going to have some events on Monday afternoon. Have some guest speakers there, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And then, again, Tuesday night, leading into the American Spiritual Ensemble. So we've got a lot of things going on. It's going to be a great week for us at the Fowler Center next week.
Alrighty, and so go to the Craighead County MLK Parade Facebook page. You can also order T-shirts for that day. All the sizes and prices are listed on the Facebook page. If you send a message, someone will get back to you very quickly. We thank you so much, Dr. Bowman,
Thank you for
coming.
having me.
And I hope that everyone gets out and about and enjoy these different events that are going on in the city. And then school starts on Tuesday. Go Red Wolves! Oh, so I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward, but I'm not because I'm ready to graduate. That's the biggest thing. So thank you so very much for coming out.
I appreciate it.
And I hope that everyone has a very blessed day. Be careful out there in that fog. Drive slow. Don't give the police any extra work to do today, please. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
KLEK LP, Jonesboro, the voice of